Welcome back to Exoticcar Playplace, and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. And I'd like to welcome you into our home here during this beautiful Christmas day. Absolutely gorgeous. The snow's flying. The weather's a little chilly, but it's beautiful to be sitting indoors and going over the summary of what we've looked at in an absolute amazing year in 2024. As we round up this great year, I can't help but thank each and every one of you for the support. I'm going to go totally unscripted. I'm going to go totally unedited here because I truly believe that everything I do here has to be totally transparent and honest. And I try to do that. I try to deliver the goods each and every week to all of you, new viewers, OGs, and everybody in between. I just want to share a great year. I want to give you some of my highlights, best videos. I want to thank some of the new members and subscribers, some of the interesting comments that I've seen throughout the years. I also want to share some of my top video picks, as well as I just want to give you a good summary. And on this glorious Christmas day, I know while you're all probably busy spending time with your wonderful friends and family and your kids and husbands and wives and cousins and all of everybody that matters something to you, you're probably hanging around with today. Either possibly you're also opening gifts today. Maybe you've already opened gifts. Maybe you're done. Maybe you're still doing that later on. Whatever that is, you know what? I just want you to, hopefully spend a few moments with me. I'm going to kind of basically walk through and again, welcome you into my home here on Christmas morning. And I just want to give you some of the goods and a great summary for what we have here for 2024. As a great little Christmas gift to you as well as to me, I believe it's a mutual gift. You keep giving just every week upon week. You're here in and out, showing your support, showing your solidarity, and I can't help but express how important that really is. And firstly, I want to start by the top and thank my channel manager, Brian. I want to thank my editors. I want to thank Blake. I want to thank some of my film crew, Marcus, and a few others. My wife's helped me along the way, and certainly others along the way too. So I want to start out by thanking them. Let's just break this down, and I want to look at the current list of some of the members that we've got, more recent members, and I want to kind of break this down. Some of my OG members as well as, some, newer members. Let's start by sharing, and so special shout out to Thomas Helm. Thomas, you've been a true OG supporter. I know it's been great to chat with you over and over and over through the years, over and over about different cars. I know you were possibly buying some interesting cars. You kind of looked at the Jags, the Porsche 911s. You definitely like your Toyotas, and definitely I appreciate, your candid approach and your comments, and you definitely keep me charged, keep me thinking, keep me honest. So thanks there, Thomas. I want to thank you for your support on the membership program. It really means a lot. And I do, by the way, plan to ramp up my membership. The whole idea of the membership, I want to do more private videos that are unique just for members. So if you want to become one of the members, feel free, absolutely. Small cost, but realistically, I do want to share more. You're going to get front end views of some of the new releases. I want to share some videos that aren't necessarily shared with the entire public, but just to the membership. I want to thank as well to Roy Henning. Thank you very much, Roy, and thanks so much. I see you pop up with with messages from time to time, and I do really absolutely appreciate each and every day that you pop in and watch the videos and showing your extra support. Joshua, Dr. K. Karp, thanks, Joshua. I know you're a little bit newer to the channel. I really appreciate it as well. Thank you so much, Joshua, for all the questions and certainly for the support for the channel as well. Mikey D, thanks, Mikey D. Right on. Hope you're also having a wonderful Christmas. Thanks so much for joining the membership program at Exoticcar Playplace. It's great. Marcel Farrell. Thanks so much, Marcel. I know we've talked through some of the issues, talked about some oil consumption challenges that you were kind of possibly dealing with your car, some concerns. We know BMW's had some challenges over the years and some issues, ups and downs, and there's some better models and some worse models. But I do thank you very much, Marcel, for you dropping in and saying hi almost every video and some of the live streams. Thank you so much, Marcel. I really appreciate that. Scott Hunziker, thank you, Scott, as well. I know I think you're a little bit newer here. It looks like you've joined a couple months back. And I thank you so much there, Scott, for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate that. Bill Wickert. Bill, absolutely. You know what? You're bringing a lot of technical questions to the table. I love it. I've even learned some things from you too there, Bill. I know there's some things that, some of the questions you ask and some of the comments that you make, it's clear that you've got a deeper understanding of some of the technicalities of the automotive sector. Certainly a lot deeper than a lot of people go. And that's great, because I don't know how deep I need to go. I always try to provide enough detailed information without going too deep, without confusing everybody, but I want to give enough information so it has some solidity, so it actually means something. So thanks, Bill. Some great comments. Joseph. Thanks, Joseph. Newer member, 100%. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It looks like it's been a couple of weeks here now. Thanks, Joseph, very much for joining, as well as Tom Lavin, or Tom Lovin. So thanks so much, Tom. Again, a newer joining to the channel as well. Very similar to Joseph, you joined at the same time. So thanks so much, Tom. Thanks everybody, all of the members for joining, and the more recent members that I have listed here. Thanks all of you for the support, and I do promise to ramp up. I also want to kind of mention some things for the new year, and I know this isn't the new year video, but I feel like at Christmas, people are, chilling, relaxing. A lot of people are in the northern climates, the States, Eastern Europe, Canada. And, it's probably a little wintry out there. So it's kind of nice just to relax and listen up. I think this year going into 25, I do promise as well to start. I'm working on some digital products. I know some folks have been asking for it as well. I do feel like it's been a long time in the works. I am planning on my fourth wall page, my store. I've been selling some merch, some hats and shirts and things. But I also want to kind of add to that something that provides a bit more value to individuals looking for information. I'm still currently writing. I'm on the back end of writing a book about used car buyer's guide. I want to get that finished off. I plan to put that to market, and I want to put that out onto my fourth wall page, and you'll have access to some digital products, that being one of them. I do plan as well converting a lot of my car lot blitz videos, the ones where I rank all the cars. I rip through them and I talk about 30 cars and I rank all of them in terms of 1 out of 5 stars, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to hit that, and I want to summarize that. I do plan to put together a big concise list that won't end there. I mean, there's always new cars to the market. We're also hearing of new issues, new problems. But I do want to talk about some of the challenges that some of these cars have. So I do plan to put together some of these big lists, the ratings of all of these cars, and it's an ongoing. So I'll provide that, initially a list, and then we'll continually upgrade that with time as time goes on. So I do plan to provide some more digital products to each and every one of you. That's definitely the plan, as we move forward into 2025. Now, as I look into the channel, and feel free if you want to, kind of browse along and take a look here too. I'm gonna look and grab some analytics here for you, and for anybody really interested in diving in and maybe having a look at a video you didn't get a chance to watch, I want to show you some of my top videos. So top videos in this period. What I'm looking at here, the most popular videos. Okay, I'm going to take this. My top 10, if you will. I can go through a whole list, but you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase. The most popular videos, and if you haven't seen any of these, feel free, please, because a lot of them, they're popular for a reason. A lot of people really found value in them. There's a lot of amazing information, and I always like to bring a little humor to the table. I always like to make things kind of fun and make it cute and get a few laughs along the way. So I want to talk about this, the top videos for this term. The first one, number one, is 2025 worst car and SUVs. You can't fix stupid buying these. Very, very popular video. Basically has me in a yellow shirt with a blue car, junk in 2025. So it's upcoming, talking about 25 as we're rolling into 25. If you're shopping for a car, this video is really going to help you out there. Second video is, here's why new cars can't last 5 years. What went wrong? What changed? Why are these cars not lasting? And I want to get into that. I mean, clearly that's a very popular video. I have an hour at rest in peace there with my blue Mercedes C300, which I've got latest news for you on that one. I want to share some info there. The next video is, I told you not to buy these new junk vehicles that will not last. So again, another list of some junk vehicles that are not built to last very well, and you're going to like that video as well. If you've been shopping, whether you're looking at new or used, these used cars, I mean, I already shared the new ones for 25, and these used cars you're going to want to avoid. So then also the next in line is the most reliable cars and SUVs today, the full comprehensive buyer's guide. Great video, absolutely amazing. It's very long, and if you're looking to just burn off some time, sit back, laugh, get some laughs, and just chill and watch, basically that one I think is about an hour and a half, that video. But it's a long one, but it has a full comprehensive guide of some of the best, most reliable cars you possibly want to consider buying. The next one that's very, very popular, buy these 5 cars with engines that never fail. So if you're looking for vehicles and you're really concerned about all this junk now with these direct injection and these small turbocharged 3-cylinder engines and all of these engines that clearly are not that reliable, this video is going to share some of these engines that clearly are still reliable. If you've been wondering about, okay, there's all this weird junk that doesn't last, but you want to get some good ones that maybe do last, this one here is a great video for you. Then also the next one, you need to buy these cheap used cars. Okay, a lot of the videos kind of spread it out. I talk about some luxury, non-luxury, and everything else. This one here is dedicated specifically to a group of people that just want an affordable and reliable car. Simple, clean, effective. Boom. If you're looking for that, maybe for your son, your daughter, yourself, that's a perfect video for that. Very popular. The next one is 25's best cars and SUVs. Stupid people buy something else. So basically this is saying, like, if you don't buy these in 25 and you're buying something else, you might be making a big mistake. A next very popular video is another mega compilation. Mega. And this one here is the least reliable cars, trucks, and SUVs today. And it's the full comprehensive list. Like, I mean, I go through everything. Small cars, big cars, full-size SUVs, luxury SUVs. I go through all of these great lists, trucks, minivans, sports cars, the worst of all of those. And I share that with you. So it's a big video. That one's over 2 hours long. Sit down, grab your popcorn, and enjoy that one. But it's really there. There's some laughs, there's some serious, there's some good information if you've been shopping for cars and you just don't want to be stuck with some junky, quirky car. Another one here, my number 9th slot is It's Happening. The car market collapse of 2024 is here. So it's my, I've been kind of picking up the idea of these crusty car news videos, and it seems to be catching on. A lot of people are loving that because it really is focused on a whole combination of issues, challenges, news stories, glitches in the industry, car manufacturers that are going out of business, maybe some new hot news, all of those things that you aren't necessarily catching in the technical stuff that I'm doing on Exoticcar. That is a great segment, and I typically do that on Monday mornings. So if you're looking for crusty car news, Monday mornings, and how you can differentiate that when you're scrolling through my library of videos, it's more often than not, I'm wearing the blue blazer. So if you're looking and I'm wearing that blue suit jacket, that's the giveaway. So if you're browsing through, that's the crusty car news that you can kind of look at, and it'll grab your eye. And those videos have been very good. A lot of them are a little longer, but they're popular. Another one is Look No Further, the most reliable used luxury cars you should buy. So used luxury cars. And see, that's a tricky one, and that's why that's a popular one. First of all, it's my number 10 slot here recently. But why it's so popular is because a lot of people like driving luxury cars. I mean, we all do. I love driving luxury cars. It has all the technology. It has all the performance. Usually luxury cars have better performance, better gearboxes, more power. They usually look a little bit better, sportier, and all of that. So that's why I know there's a lot of people that like the idea of buying a used luxury car, because they don't necessarily want to spend the brand new luxury car money, but the value is huge to buy a slightly used one, maybe with a CPO warranty add-on, or maybe some other idea that you can get a good deal, maybe half, 2/3 the price off, and you can still enjoy the majority of the service life. It's a market of its own, truly. The used luxury car segment is something that a lot of people are really gravitating to, and it's really popular. And that's why you probably want to know some of the worst and the best. And that's where I dive into a lot of the luxury car vehicles, which is truly a spin-off of what I've been doing, with Exoticars, transitioning more to, vehicles that people actually do enjoy, luxury, performance, some exotics. Largely, I'm talking to the masses though, everyday people that just want a reliable car. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be a popular video, and those are my top 10. Let's go through something kind of interesting here. Let's go through some comments, shall we? Let's pick out a few fun comments, and I'll see if I can find anything fun here. Let's just see here. Yeah, well, okay. Here's one. From John KK3NG. He says, avoid any dealership that puts add-ons to the MSRP, period. Okay, so that's not a funny one. That's quite serious. And we've got the cat in behind me here in the tree, and we got the pets running around. We got 2 dogs and a cat, and looks like they're all kind of getting busy. So yeah, 100%. The dealerships that are adding market adjustment fees, and we talk about this all the time. What a bizarre thing. I never thought I'd ever see that, but we saw that during the endemic there, and a lot of people were actually willing to pay more than sticker. I can't believe why anybody would ever do that. I know a lot of people felt like they didn't want to wait. Was it didn't want to wait or couldn't wait? I mean, there are people that need a vehicle, but it felt like a lot of people just wanted to spend. And unfortunately, to their demise, high interest rate charges and paying over sticker and throwing a bunch of add-ons. Next thing you know, you were right in the middle of negative equity. And that's just kind of see the way it goes. Let's just see here. What else do we got? Sorry. Let me just go through here. It seems to me that manufacturer and dealers will have to sell cheaper to get off their inventory. And that's from John Kent. Yeah, I think that's just kind of how I mean, the supply and demand, and I think the market is kind of shaping up to be a weird one, where it's bizarre. Prices keep creeping up, and yet people keep buying. But I think there is a breaking point, and we're seeing it, and there's a tipping point, and we're in the midst of it. So prices are starting to level off, and manufacturers, if they want to continue selling their product, they're going to have to, fix their prices a little bit. Let me just see here. Let me just see here. Somebody said, AZ here, what's with all the white stuff? Well, AZ put a comment out there. The white stuff being snow. And I know it's just I shouldn't say it's way too early. Actually, we had a pretty good fall here. In Alberta and in Canada, a lot of times we got snow before Halloween. And we were lucky. We actually held off till kind of the middle of November, and we've been pretty good. But yeah, snow's here, and it's here to stay, I think. It's going to be cold. It's a little cool right now. So I think as we roll through this, we get January, February, and once we kind of hit March, then we're a little bit better. But yeah, we have snow. See, we got the dogs there chowing down over there. We have another great viewer. So another I'll say a very good supporter of amazing supporter of the channel. A person who's always engaged, lots of comments. Hang on, too much talking, a little scratchy there. Vincent, I would love to see that Tundra. Great trucks. Yeah, Tundras are great trucks. It's too bad this new 3.4 is going through so many problems with this new twin turbo. I bet it was only the first 2 years, and it seems like Toyota's kind of got that sorted out. So I'm hoping for everybody's sake it is fixed, because that engine goes also in the GX 550 Lexus, which I think is one of the coolest vehicles these days, 3-row. Oh, by the way, I saw a Doug DeMuro video the other day, and I couldn't agree more. I was thinking the exact same thing. He put it on video, but I was actually thinking why this new Toyota Land Cruiser just doesn't have a place in the market. Because here it is. It uses the Rockset 2.4 liter turbo 4, bit of a hybrid thing going on there. But you're also able to get that same engine in the new 4Runner. But the 4Runner has an optional 3-row, but it's a Toyota, so it's slightly lower cost. But then the Lexus GX 550 has the V6, and it looks almost identical to the Land Cruiser. So if you look at the Land Cruiser and the GX 550, they're essentially the same packaging, but with a different front end. And the Lexus gets the V6, but the Land Cruiser only has 2 rows and the 4-cylinder, whereas at least the 4Runner gets potentially 3 rows and the same drivetrain as the Land Cruiser. It feels like that Toyota Land Cruiser, they're just hanging their hat on the name, and it doesn't feel like it's really got a place. It feels like sort of an orphan there. So if you like the platform, I'd go with the GX 550. If you like Toyota and you want to keep it simple, go with the 4Runner. I don't know, the Land Cruiser just to me is a wee bit disappointing. And that was, I noticed Doug had mentioned the same thing, but I kind of feel exactly the same way about that actually. So let me see here. So here's a comment. If Nissan goes out of business, what does that mean for Infiniti? Same thing, really. We've heard that they've got potentially 12 to 14 months. They need an anchor investor to start paying their bills, keep the lights on. Already they're talking about Nissan and Infiniti sharing the roof. So if Nissan goes down, they're taking Infiniti down. Unless for some reason a third party decides, I like the Infiniti product line and I just want that. We'll leave Nissan to die. I don't know if that's the way it goes. I think it's all together, all for one and one for all. I hope they get their act together. I hope the investors come, and I hope they can keep the cars going. More importantly, I hope they start putting out fun products again. But things are kind of interesting. Let's just see here. What else can we find, everybody? And I know it's not a live stream, but again, we're talking it's Christmas. It's beautiful, beautiful morning. And as you could tell, this bright white light because of the snow outside. It's very, very chilly outside, if you will. But you know what? I kind of want to share a couple of things. And some people have asked, my let me just close this for a second. Some people have asked the garage update. Some people have asked me on the live streams, what's going on in our car space? What have you've got anything new? Have you purchased anything? Are you selling anything? Anything different in your garage? And what status are they all in? Let me just kind of break this down. Because some of you probably might find interested in this, some might not. But it is kind of fun because we have some very cool news coming up. I'm told I do have a car on delivery. It's on order. And it is, at least for me, extremely exciting. Extremely. And the reason I say that is because that car, that manufacturer at least, has always been a dream of mine. It's got such a reputation and such a motorsport heritage behind it, and such a presence that it's caught my eye since I was a child. When I was little and I seen these things, and I never really knew what it was. You'd see them, shiny car driving by, and you always knew that that was special. As I got a little older, I started to appreciate motorsports, racing. I started appreciating a little bit more what these cars actually brought to the automotive industry. And as I got older and older, I started exposing myself to these different types of vehicles. I've got friends with all kinds of these different vehicles, some pretty interesting units out there. Some of the clubs and groups that I belong to, I've been on rallies, I've car meets and all kinds of these things. And I don't come from a real rich background. I'm going to just put that out there. And so for me to buy something that was a dream car for me is really, really a big deal. And so I am so excited, and I really want to share that excitement with all of you, because I think from my perspective, you've all been here the whole time, the OGs, the new Gs, whatever. You guys have all been here, and you've all been supporting my channel and the content day in, day out, week in, week out, supporting, commenting, thumbs up, likes, and helping along the way, helping me live the dream. I used to read all the magazines, and I could only, dream of engaging and delivering car news and information. That was always a dream of mine. And then this wonderful platform came along, and I'm living the dream. So there will be a new edition, I'm told, maybe by March. I don't want to get into it too much. I want to leave a little bit of the drum roll. But there is a new edition coming. Old editions, for anybody curious or not sure, the F-Type is gone. I had to basically move that along to make space in the garage for that new car. I sorely miss the F-Type. And what Jaguar's been doing with all their flashy new hype, it's bizarre, isn't it? That Type 00, it's a really weird and quirky and odd kind of marketing campaign, but hey, it's got people's attention. But I do feel so sad almost that I got rid of the F-Type. The F-Type's gone. I think it was truly such an underrated car. I think those cars are so much better than so many people recognize or give them credit for. They're more reliable than people assume, and they're certainly a lot more fun than people realize. So the F-Type's gone. Lambo, the Gallardo, if anybody was wondering, that's long gone. I had that sort of overlapped there with the F-Type. But that one's gone. That one's been gone now for a few years. We do have a 996 Carrera Cabriolet. I love that car, man. You know what? Is it the latest 911? Not at all. Is it a GT3? No. Some people who own 997s are going to shrug their nose at it. I don't care. You know what? I get in it and I drive it and I love it. And I think anybody looking at getting into, an older 911, but they don't want to get kind of crushed under the weight of these ridiculous overinflated balloon prices on cars that are almost the same thing. Like a 997 is really marginally, I wouldn't even say it's really any better other than, it's got more conventional headlights. And the earlier 997s actually have the IMS issues. And realistically, it's a very similar spin-off and close cousin anyway. In the early generation engines from the 997, which everybody praises, it's almost the same car. So the 996, we love it. It's a convertible. The sun's shining. We take it for a drive. I love that car. And so we still have it. It's a rear-wheel drive. And I think that's the truest way to buy that 911. So we have that. We still have the M5, the E60. A lot of people are curious, do you still have the M5? Yes, absolutely we do. I'm thinking about maybe cleaning it up. I need to put a new windshield and a set of rear tires on it. But other than that, it's ready to go. Like that car I love it. And it's just been sitting a long time. We just haven't had a lot of time, a lot of focus. We've been doing a lot of things with life and travel and different cars. But it runs good. And it's an M5 with a V10. What can you say? It's when all of the market is filled full of nonsense with hybrids and EVs, that car is going to have a heavy demand. And I'm banking on that. I truly believe that there's going to be a strong uprising in the market for those cars. We know that they're not necessarily the most reliable. We know the expense and the maintenance costs are huge, and we know that you got to rebuild the bottom end and put new bearings in them every 50,000 miles. But they're not a daily driver, and when you want some of the most exciting sedan to drive for a nice Saturday night, like it's a hard car to beat. It looks great, it's muscular, it sounds amazing, and where else can you get a V10 that revs to the moon and that's hand built? Not many. Lamborghini just got rid of theirs, so you know, it's a great engine and a great car. So we still have it. Rocking a Ram. I got an old Ram, still rock that for daily. We have a Civic, you know, older generation 13 Civic, great car. We have that Camry, great car. That's a 22, you know, all-wheel drive with the 2.5, great car. We have the C300, not such a great car. We're still driving it, and if you haven't seen the video, well, let's just put it this way. There's a video, and I'm talking about our long-term ownership experience, but more importantly, all the things that go wrong with this car. And I you know, there's a lot of things to like. It looks cool. It's got a nice color scheme. It has nice technology. But we've had a lot of problems, and we've had a dealer network that hasn't been that supportive, in my own personal opinion and my own personal experience. We have not been supported appropriately. And I'll get into that, and the video will tell the whole story about it. But that's essentially our garage right now. And so there is some crazy new stuff coming, and there's some old stuff, and we're going to be doing a lot new great content here as well coming up in the new year. And, you know, those compilations, they're fun. There's going to be more of those as well. And I really do, like I said, encourage everybody, if you get a chance, to basically sit down, watch those mega compilations, because you're going to certainly learn something from them. And hey, if you want any swag or you want any kind of hats or any of that, that will be available. I do look at possibly as well doing some giveaways actually in the new year, and I see some pretty crazy things going on out there, and I'm feeling like it might be time. So bear with me on this. You may want to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already been subscribed, and maybe you're just watching this video, because giveaways can be pretty exciting, and I'm looking at doing that. So what you don't want to do is forget about the channel, walk away and not be a subscriber, and you miss out on all the goods, because there's going to be some great stuff on the channel in 2025. Great content. The car market is evolving to an absolute ridiculous place. And, you know, on top of this, I want to share a couple of other things. I have 3 other channels right now. One channel, 6-speed reviews. That's me just doing reviews. That's me ad hoc doing car reviews, giving it to you straight from the horse's mouth. And it's a small number of followers for now, but I am focusing on building that channel. I do have Easy Car Buying is another channel. If you want to go over there and see more about what's going on in the car business, buying, selling, and the news about cars specifically, that is the channel you want to see. I also have a Retiree is Me channel, which is great. I like to talk about not just retirement conversations, motivation, but most specifically life. And not from a dollars and cents, not a top 5, not a top 10. This is about the things that we all deal with, you know, inflation and concerns and health and life and stress and all of these things that you know, kind of impact us on a day-to-day life. That's what that channel is about. So I have a lot of great content, a lot of great things to say, and I really hope to see each and every one of you over on all of those channels. 6-speed reviews, Easy Car Buying, Retiree is Me, and Exoticcar Playplace. So thanks again, everybody. Hope you have all an absolute amazing Christmas and a wonderful Happy New Year, which is right around the corner in a few days. Take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your health. Hey, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So hope to see each and every one of you on the next one. Merry Christmas. Over and out. Bye-bye.